until you spoke a word. Speak, Lord. In the cool of the garden, in the midst of creation, you long for communion, breathing life in us. You made the decision to be one with us.
Positive. Feel encouraged. Sunny FM.
Sunny FM brings you an inspiring and empowering series, Flourish. Join us Monday to Friday for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and personal stories that will motivate and empower women to flourish 360. We'll be diving into topics that matter to women the most. Flourish is more than just a series. It's a supportive community where women can share the experiences, learn from each other, and grow together. Don't miss out. Tune into Sunny 88.7 FM for Flourish. Let's flourish together. Sponsors: Duffy's Health and Beauty, Yumvita, Shea Butter Souvenirs, Black Peacock, Colgate, Nyonyo, Munchies Biscuits, Soko Bags, Polyglath, Black Secret, Deva Products, Ocean Spray, Festival, Trolley Market, and Zara Food.
We're 26 minutes away from 9 a.m. this morning on the iMDRIVE on Sunny 88.7 on radio. We're live on TV, on Sunny TV as well. We're live on our social media platforms as well. Sunny 88.7 on Facebook and Sunny 88.7 on YouTube as well. We're live as well on Sunny TV's social media pages as well. Today's episode is all about food, flavors, and the entrepreneurial fire, behind these foods. Okay, we're thrilled to be joined by one of Ghana's biggest names in the restaurant business, and also one of Ghana's most promising food brands as well this morning. So Nyonyo Essentials and Food Muse joining us this morning. Now, these two women, they've all got some beautiful stories to share. Surprisingly, Jenny, you told me that Food Muse also at a point, she wanted to work with Nyonyo as well.
I was like, really? And we didn't know that. So anyway, I've seen no idea when we paired the two of them. So I'm hoping Hilda can tell us more about that part of her life or that season of her life. So this morning, definitely we'll be delving into their challenges, their successes, And we're hoping that the veteran can pass on some wisdom and some insights to Hilda, who's also doing amazing as a startup. First of all, I want to thank our sponsors who've been amazing as well in bringing us the Flourish Series here on Sunny FM, to Duffy's Health and Beauty, Yamvita, Shea Butter Souvenirs, Black Peacock, Colgate, Nyonyo Essentials, Munchies, Biscuits, Soko Bags, Polyglath, Black Secret Makeup, Deva, and also I think that'll be all the sponsors for now. So a big thank you to our sponsors this morning for holding us down on the Flourish Series. Some of them are going to be giving the women joining us at Aqua Safari some really nice packages. So if you're joining us, stay tuned. Okay. And please be early when we're going on the bus. don't be late, otherwise we'll leave it right there. But let me go on straight to the ladies. Chichi, Yakubu, you're welcome to the iMDRIVE.
Thank you, Jennifer. Good morning.
Good morning. And also Hilda, good morning to you. Hilda Mcpurixt. I just love her name, Mcpurixt. But let me start with Chichi. How did you feel when you got a call from us that, this is what we're thinking, having you, someone who's been in the culinary business for a while, quite a number of years, passing on some passion to a startup. I've stopped by Hilda's restaurant. I do that a lot, and sometimes I can see like there's a lot going on. She's trying to get so much done, and she's doing amazing. We're hoping you get to share some great insights with us so she can carry along as you have. But how did you feel when we called you about this conversation?
I mean, first off, I would need a bigger platform, and Sunny is just the space to be, and not just space alone. I'm a faith-based business person, so more of alignment again. I'm like, no other radio station but a faith-based radio station to invite me to have this conversation. Truly, this is what God wants me to do with this decade of experience. I don't have to gatekeep. Let me just open up, because I think abundance. I think that the world is big enough for all of us to share. And legacy, I'm thinking legacy as well. When you die, when you're long gone, what next? Does it die with you? So I'm in a space of changes that I've actually gone through, just so that they know that it's more relatable than you think, and what you're going through, I've been there, I'm still going through it, and we are all still trying to figure it out. So I mean, I'm super excited for this invitation. A big thank you to Sunny FM for doing this. You're doing the Lord's work. Just to rephrase it, because why you think about this just when I'm also thinking about it. This has been a year-long planning. So this is just divine alignment. Thank you.
Ajimai, this is like women supporting women, and women are doing a lot of that, and I'm glad we get to highlight that. Sometimes we hear too many negative things about women do this to other women, but this is a pure example of what women are doing for others. Hilda, how did you feel when that call came through?
Okay, when the call came through, but before that, let me say good morning to your listeners, and good morning. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. That day when the call came and you were like, you're going to pair me with Nyonyo, it was emotional, because I remember some years back, I think 2016, 2017, I saw an ad. I follow her a lot. I like the way, one thing that struck me is I like the way she relates with her team. So I wanted to learn that from her. So I saw an ad, accounts officer, and at that time I was studying that in school. So I quickly applied, and I was called for an interview. I went, and she loved me. She wanted me to join the team, but at that time I was still schooling.
Okay.
So she was like, you know what, just finish school. When you're done, join me. So after school, I had an opportunity to work with MTN, and then I went back because it was from Monday to Friday. So my Saturday and Sunday, I'm free. So I still want to work with Nyonyo. I went back to her, and you know what? And at that time I was married. So she was like, no, your marriage is too young. Concentrate on your marriage and make the best out of it. See, I'm always here. So when I saw her this morning, I was like, oh, I can't believe I'm sitting here with her. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Ajimai, before
Jenny,
we leave them to...
Yes, yes. Jenny, I was at Nyonyo years back. I mean, a good friend of mine, Precious. I mean, we went for lunch. And, I mean, she's spoken about Chichi. I mean, hey, I mean, they're good friends. And we sat in there, and I think in one of our conversations, she came out with, I mean, her journey, top HR, rising person, traveling, and she had to at a point make a decision to do this business? And that story alone, Daddy, I couldn't catch all of it because I mean I had to leave, but then I wish you can trace back a little for us. I mean, for those who are listening and are so much being moved to go a certain direction, but where they are moving now seems so beautiful, but then they know this is their calling. I mean, I just want her to retrace her steps a bit for us. That moment where you're having a career, you're probably going to rise to a top position, and you still decide to do a different business altogether. Start all together, a terrain you've not been in. I mean, why and how was the feeling then? I mean, 10 years later, reminisce a bit for us.
Just to add on, I just want to go back to my darling here. It's a full circle moment having to sit side by side with her. When I walked in the waiting area, I told her she looked like someone I'd met in an institution, be it school or church. She struck a chord, and then she reminded me, and now I'm like, it's amazing. I've always been an ardent believer of a place and time. So to your question, if anyone listening to us now, you're pursuing something, but you know that there's something else calling you, I want you to believe that if it's truly a path that has been set for you, you'll always find yourself there. But while you are where you are, make the best out of it. I've come to realize a lot of the time, attitude plays a huge role. And I'll give you an example. So I was pursuing HR. That is what I thought I was called for, and I'm still very passionate about it. If you ask me what do I love developing people. That is what will actually keep me up all night or just engage with somebody, and I will never get tired, even whether it's coming with a remuneration or not. So me being here is my passion. This is what I truly want to do, training people, talking to people, empowering people. So HR was just the best fit. But fast forward, I pursued a personal journey, and I'm all for growth, elevation. I'm all for that, and I am a serial planner. So I started gaining so much weight, and I went back into the kitchen. And believe me, anyone listening, I hated the kitchen. I didn't like cooking. So I never said my passion is cooking. It's never really been. And even now, it's hard, but I want to tell you the truth. It's not the passion. But you see, the end product is for people, and I'm passionate about people. So once I love people, I pray that anyone that gets to eat our meals or gets to experience our services, they leave really happy. So weight loss got me into this whole thing called food business, because I started losing so much weight. People could see. So they started asking, what am I doing differently? And God being so gracious upon to me, I've always had amazing platforms. Like Sunny now is a huge platform for me. At the time, Gifty Auntie, who is still on this same hosting business, she used to interview people. So there was an opportunity to discuss on her panel about weight loss. And at the time, Jessica had lost an amazing weight. She's also
Jessica Paris
yeah.
Sephora.
And I had also lost weight. So they brought the two of us because we've both tried different things so that we can discuss our unique and individual journey. So mine was food. So I started talking about it, that I went back to the kitchen and I worked from the core, because there's a rule that says 80% what you eat and 20% work out. So the chunk of the work is what we put in our bodies. So I decided to work out but eat properly.
Okay.
And I saw the results. It was an open panel with people who are in watching the whole interview. So when we're done, come up to me, oh my God, if 80% is the job, we all have a kitchen, we all eat. So what are you doing differently? And to my amazement, Gifty Auntie herself was also interested. So she was the one that made me realize I see opportunity right here. A bunch of women actually want to go on this weight loss journey as well. And I've kind of gotten the recipe to it. And I was like, I would do that for you if you hire me. That was Gifty Auntie, because that's an opportunity, right? And opportunities often comes looking like work. It comes in a mess. So someone at that same time look at it that, hey, Gifty Auntie is coming to ask me for food or something. But I looked at it that, oh my God, Gifty Auntie wants to eat from me. You see, you have to look at things. It's all about perspective. So I decided to just roll it out. I didn't have a plan. I didn't go at the interview thinking I'm ever going to do food or I'm going to start a food business. And then we jumped right into it. So that is how I landed myself into the food business. I see opportunities all around, and I hope that people have the discerning spirit. And also when opportunities come, whether it's coming with a fee or not, take it upon yourself. Ask yourself, well, why at this moment that someone is asking me for this? If it's within your power and within your time and it's legal, do it.
Do it.
Service to man is to God, and you never know what it will take you to. And fast forward, I'm here talking about being a veteran in the food business. Isn't it funny?
Serving jollof fluently. This they call.
That's crazy.
All right, Ajay.
All righty.
Zoom
So,
into
yes, Jenny, I mean,
them.
we're going to zoom into
Great.
them
Okay,
right now. And if
okay.
you're listening on radio, please, I mean, join us on Facebook, Sunny 88.7 FM, or YouTube, or you can join us on Sunny TV as well. Share the link for somebody else who may be blessed to take a very positive step today. Now we're going to zoom in on the two of you. I don't know who
Yes.
to leave it to, but then now our listeners, hundreds of people are going to be hearing this beautiful conversation between
And
the
Hilda,
two
you're
of you.
you're representing startups there.
Yeah.
So represent them well. Ask all the questions they probably could be having on their mind. Would want to ask.
You know,
Chichi?
Jenny, yesterday, back at the office, we ordered food from
Food
Food
Muse,
in the
yes.
evening. I mean, Vicky.
In fact, that's what
Dems.
I've just ordered food. Let me just
Vicky Dems. and I love the way, I mean, a call was coming back and forth,
Yeah.
making sure the order is right, you know. And so when the lady at the front desk will come and ask, I'm like, when is the food coming like? But I got to know
food
they want to
part.
get it right. And so a call will come, is it MPC, is it this? And quickly, I mean, it was here.
Was
You know,
sorted.
we were
Save the
sorted.
day.
So take it over. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
what are some of the pertinent questions you've been really wanting to find out from Nyonyo this morning? It's the look. It's the look. It's the look. Please go ahead. Take it away.
Yeah. How, like, working in the food business, has it changed you as a person, or has it rather brought who you are, who you really are? Because anytime you see Chichi, like, there's something else. There's something else about you. Sorry, maybe I might be emotional. But
You are. It's fine.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's a full
Absolutely.
circle moment. I'm looking at someone who has actually proven that she really meant what she said when she wanted to work in the food business. I mean, so I can totally understand. But to answer you, it's changed me. I mean, anyone building something worthwhile, something that is amazing, something that is set to, change the narrative, definitely is going to change you. You are going to even evolve and grow, and so many phases of your life will actually make a whole 360 because you are growing and you are actually shifting with the move, and the move being the business. So the food business has actually changed me a whole lot. And one area that I would say that has been so evident is about punctuality. I mean, I've always been a punctual person. I'm a corporate girl. I was working in the banking space before advertising as an HR. So punctuality is something I don't play with. But here is the case that you are serving a bunch of people. You cannot play with time. Food has to be ready at a certain time. There is a protocol to follow. And food is a lot of work. You cannot testify to the fact that even though we claim we are open 11 or 12, there is so much happening at about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. that nobody sees behind the scenes. So it has actually made me so punctual. You cannot play with time. That is something that I am proud of. I'm happy that I've got that shift. And also another side that I'm not so excited about that is also evident. It's made me a people police. So I'm policing people because food is science.
Yeah.
One least mistake, so much trouble. You don't want the case that you are going to have food poisoning and then maybe you fed a group of people and you hear all sort of things that people have been hospitalized because of your food. So it's gotten me to police people. So you just don't leave anything to chance. So if people are working at about 6 a.m., I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I have to find myself there. If I cannot, someone has to be there. So being a supervisor, I call it like being a people policing, because if they are not asleep, I can't sleep either till the job is done and we have an overall great experience or feedback from the client. So people policing is something, that side of me that I really don't want, because I'm not a strict person. I'm all for the fun and goofiness, but food, you can't play with it. So it's made me into someone else, like a disciplinarian, like If it must be done, it must be
be
done
done
well.
well.
You cannot play with it. You cannot tell me that, oh, come on, no one is watching, so I'm not going to wear my gloves. It's not about who is watching. It's about integrity. It's about following protocol so that we don't have issues. Because when we have issues, we all go down. This is what is our source of livelihood. It puts food on the table every day. So people policing and punctuality, just to name a few things that has actually really changed since I came into the food business space.
Okay, I think I've gotten 2 notes.
Okay.
Punctuality and people police.
People
Because
policing,
on
you get to watch.
I think one of the days we went somewhere, there was an event, and the caterer in charge, like, I learned her food is good, but the next thing that came was late comer. So it struck me so hard that I don't want to be associated with that, because your food might be good, but
You cannot count on your time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's another check
Okay.
for all the status.
Next box.
Okay. So what's something about running the restaurant that most people don't see or understand? You know, like something you carry that no one, you know. Sometimes I tell my husband, Charlie, is it possible we can stop this? Because you wake up, there are a lot of things. Jennifer can come and like, so Hilda, what's that thing that you carry that nobody sees?
It's staff veterinary training, not from a tertiary institution, or maybe they are just doing it for a while to gather some money to further their education. 70% of the staff we have are unskilled in that regard. So what does that bring to us? It brings us the stress of retaining talent. So they think everything is a quick fix. So some of them come with the intention of learning what you know, and they think they can grasp it within 3 months, 6 months, and they leave you without any prior notice. And days like you have a number of things to do. So it's like a coup, and they can go in numbers. One person will instigate something. Let's just go on this particular day. No other day, but the day they know that we have a big thing going on. And it's been happening to a lot of us in the food industry space. I am blessed to have retained amazing talent, people that I started working with, and till date, they are still working with me. So I have people that are a decade old, people that are 8 years old, people that are 7 years old in the business. At the same time, I have people that come within a month or two, they leave without any malice or anything that any illness. You sometimes even ask yourself what happened. People that you've actually even financed or supported them extra beyond their salary. Maybe you realize they're not wearing their glass, and you ask them, they got broken, you're like, oh no, I know you have a serious side issue, and you take out of pockets, not even from companies, other sources that you are making small kwacha from to just, you know, survive. You take it from that coffers, you give it to them. I bought you maybe your lens, something that aids you even beyond working with me, something you need. And the next day they don't show up, and you ask them where are they, and they tell you they are calling and they are not picking, and you even still have the confidence because you go like, just yesterday we were catching up, we had a great rapport, so they can't leave, you know. And everyone is telling you they have left because they've told the other people that maybe they are not coming back, and then you are in isolation. So it comes to some loneliness running a food business, and people just walking out whenever, and not only leaving but leaving with sometimes recipes that it took you years. And before you know, they open up a business. And they are selling something as similar as yours at a substandardized price, low quality, and people would actually leave you because some people too lack integrity because they recognize them as, this girl, she was a chef there. Oh, her food must be good. She's from Nyonyo. Let's go and buy from her. But you see, God, anything you start on an ill foot never actually lasts. And then a year, they are no more. So it's staff retention that I think is something that is so heavy on every food industry player's heart. I'm sure you face your own fair share because it's so painful. Everyone. I don't know anyone who can say, no. It's crazy, and it's a heavy thing on our heart that we actually have to deal with. And it keeps happening. It keeps happening no matter how experienced you are. What happens is that with time you have people that are loyal, so like the people I mentioned that have been around. So we have a team where now when you come through and just go, we are not shaking, we are not surprised anymore. But when you're starting, they will shake you. They shake you up to much that you have to even call the client, probably tell them, unfortunately, I cannot do this job. Yes, because you don't have the number of people to do it. Or you have to ask for extra time, and they're making you look like you are not. Oh.
Yeah.
Ajimai, I mean, it's interesting listening to. It seems like this is a serious business. You have to make tough calls sometimes. Wow.
You know, Jenny, I'm going to ask our listeners, our viewers now. I mean, you may be in the food business. You're planning to get into this business. Even though it's food news and you're talking, you can just send in your questions or anything that's on your heart. I'm sure the two of them will look at that for you. So if it's on WhatsApp, it's 0540-130684. That is 0540-130684. If you're going to join us on Facebook or on YouTube, you can also join us. Look for Sunny 88.7 and join us as well.
Okay, I'm learning a lot, Ajimai. I think I've got some tips if I want to ever try this. All right, go ahead, Hilda.
Okay, so
What's next for you?
Yeah, what I know, like you've shared some of the things that really shake you. That's the staff retention, but what keeps the passion alive, even on these hard days? What keeps you going?
I'll be as raw and as unfiltered as possible, because sometimes people, when asked this question, they feel like there's a right answer to it. People will say, oh, because of the passion and stuff like that. But I beg to differ. It's security, my dear. I've been through a season in the phase of my life where, I mean, it was so hard to just, survive. I've been in a survival mode. I've seen my mom go through it with me. And it's not something I want for my family. It's not something I want for my children. So it's what keeps me going. It's not just the passion. It's security, provision, shelter to end my keep. Because being a Christian, we are to enjoy everything good in the land of the living, my darling. So I wake up every day, even days when the stress is so heavy, knowing that I deserve a good life. And nothing good comes easy. Of course, there'll be days that I'll sit it out, because I'm human, I'm not robot. But I'll dust myself and get back to work, because this student didn't ask to be born. So please, spare them the stress. Spare them what you experience in survival mode. So actually, security. It's security. It's security.
Join us as well right here, Sunny 88.7, as our women catch their breath a little.
We have a message here, Jemai.
Yes.
It says, is this interview being recorded? My husband needs this. He's a startup too, but currently out of Accra. Thank you, ladies. So insightful. It's being recorded. We'll be glad to actually share the link with you so you can share with them. And you can join in the conversation as well. I think Yakubu also is running a restaurant, a food business. I see he's also typing, so we'll see what he has. But Hilda,
So
yeah.
Jenny, Yao said that my maiden is looking for her giddy giddy giddy. So that's Yao's wife.
Okay.
Probably who's also hoping to catch up with.
So they run
with
Gobe Friday.
Yes, they do Gobe Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Hilda. The spotlight is on you today, so take us away.
I don't like the spotlight.
Take us away.
You're not out of questions, are you?
No.
Thank you.
She's certainly not, because she had like a whole list. All right, Hilda.
Let's go.
So how do you keep the ideas fresh when you're dealing with your daily stress? And because I know you're a mom, you're a wife, and then you are running a business, and definitely you're building that relationship with God. So how do you keep the ideas alive?
Hilda, I'm not great at speaking Chi, but I will want to say this in Chi and then try to transcribe it into English. Nyansa eni baku for chimu, right? We are not called to build alone. So, in as much as I'm sharing so much, just know that anything that is being done, that it looks so good, if you hear me speak so well, I have strong backing. Aside God, there are people that God has actually placed in my life.
Okay.
So I can go still, I can go rusty, but I have an amazing team and I have an amazing life partner, my husband. and he's a huge part of the business. Not to say just giving me advice. On paper, he's actually part of the business. So we keep either each other in check, and also we've hired skilled and amazing talent as well, because you know what, these young people, these Gen Zs, oh my god. I know you guys have a lot to say about them, but if you've met the great bunch of them or the good ones, they have things buzzing every day. Their
Full of
ideas are so
ideas.
fresh,
Wow.
they are so innovative, they are so outside the box kind of thinkers. So I have an amazing people that actually support me, because I can't do it all by myself. We are building a legacy business. We are building something huge, and one person cannot do it. So I want you to be a serial delegator. I want you to source amazing team. If you are the best in your team, girl, forget about it.
Yeah.
Hire people who know better than you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you are the one who knows everything and you don't have team that gives suggestions,
Okay.
one, you should be open to suggestions,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
sometimes we shut them out.
Okay.
So you should be ready to actually create a welcoming atmosphere for them to suggest
Okay.
and walk the path with somebody. We are social beings to begin with. We are not meant to do it by ourselves. So yeah, the ideas, they are always fresh, because I'm not doing it alone.
Okay.
I'm not doing it alone.
Okay. Okay. So at what point in your business, because sometimes when you start up, you say 2 years, 3 years is too young to bring skilled people because you don't have the financial backing. So at what point do you need to bring the skilled people on board? Because sometimes I'll tell my husband, Charlie, let's get an accountant. I can't do this all by myself. Then you'll be like, no, maybe it's too
Yeah,
early
it's too early.
to do that. But you feel you are being burned out. You can't do it all. So at what point
Okay.
do you need to
So,
bring them on board?
It took us a while before we brought in people like an accountant as an in-house. But what I can tell you, and this is good while we're having this conversation, this is why this is all about the conversation, to be able to give our trade, like industry trade secret. So you don't need an in-house accountant. You need an accounting firm that is working for other businesses. So when they add you on, the fee is close to nothing.
Yeah.
But if you bring someone who is sitting in, one, they're occupying space, you even need furniture to have them. We don't have an in-house accountant. We are 10 years old. But we have a firm we are working with, and we've been working with them for 8 years, and they've been so amazing. So these companies, they have a group of other people, and they are sharing the cost of labor. So when they share it, what comes to you is close to nothing. So what you need is a firm, and I'm going to give you who we are working with. They are amazing. I'm going to give that to you offline, and just use these firms, because now we are even in a world. COVID actually shook us, but it has taught us something. Now we have every reason to hire people that doesn't necessarily have to be in your space. They have to be virtual workers. So now there are all sort of consultancy. Even we have a branch that we've actually stretched into, which is consultancy, TBC, the business of catering, that we talk to startups like you. We don't have to be in your space, but we are giving you strategies to implement. And sometimes it's just through even a video call. It can be as easy and playful as WhatsApp video call. We don't have to do the whole Zoom and stuff like that. So use all these avenues. Don't necessarily bring human beings, because once there is a human being, there is everyday lunch, furniture, you need a space, air conditioning, all sort of things. But there are agencies that are running as consultancy firms that they are taking up other people's stuff who are skilled and they are certified. Because you might hire an accountant that is an amateur, but you need people with the right certification. So I'll give you that contact. But this is what I'll tell anybody listening, starting a business, that if you are not in the space where you can afford having an in-house certain skilled staff, you should source to agencies that are actually supporting SMEs with that service, so that you can pay something small for it.
So while Hilda gets on to her next question, Cindy Sewahoto is watching, listening, says the conversation is so real. I'm learning a lot. Otuko Gloria says, please give the accounting firm details online too.
I would love to
Hilda,
do that.
Okay,
I'd love
okay,
to
if
do
you
that.
if you'd
So
want
if
to.
you are watching or listening, just put it into your search engine on Google, JSET, JAYSET. So it's JSET. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook as well. So you can get their contact. I don't know the number of her. And ask of Selassie. She's amazing. Okay.
Jenny, there's a message on WhatsApp from Messi Ohininto. Messi said, good morning. Shout out to Chichi. We schooled in the same senior high school. Now, I want to find out how to start a restaurant and eatery business. What goes into planning and what are the crucial areas I have to take seriously? This is
It's a loaded question. I mean, we can't answer it all in a sitting, but I'll just say, is this something you really want to do? And people think there should be a math out there for you to follow. Of course, I'm a serial planner, like I said, but you can't plan everything to the T to start a restaurant business. Some of the things you have to learn on the job. So what I would say is, since this is something that is dear to your heart, you have to just start. Start with what you have, where you are, and just go with the flow and learn on the job. And also, people tend to think, oh, why do I pay a coach? People hate to pay to learn. So this is why there is CBC by Nyonyo once again. Like I said, we can't answer all that in one sitting. So, I mean, send me a DM, send me hi, let's talk. But if you can't send me hi, just do with what you have, right where you are. Don't wait for things to be so big. Don't wait for some huge money. Don't wait for something big, a breakthrough. No perfect time. And now we are in a social world so much that people don't even need a brick and mortar anymore. They just need a good lighting in their corner. Maybe their bread spread is even in the background. And then they shoot samples of stuff and they are selling. Don't laugh. This is serious. People are making so much on online business. So, honey, you are in the right time to start anything and actually make an impact. And you don't even need to do any traditional way of advertisement. And YouTube is there for you to learn. Put in there how to start a restaurant. So many things will come up at your convenience. You learn. Ideas. So just start with what you have and be open to learn, because I mean, all these materials are out there for you, and I'm here to be a sis.
God bless you, Chichi. All right, so I think we have just roughly 5 minutes or so to wrap up. So, Hilda, let's shoot.
Okay, so I would like to take you back with a staff retention.
Yeah.
You said you have people that go way back 8 years. What was the secret for you to retain them? What made them loyal? Did you invest in them? Maybe training that made them want to stay? Because I get people that will come today and tomorrow they don't show up again. And last week I was just asking the team, what is it? What's making them leave?
It's not you, honey.
Okay.
It's not you. Right. It's not you. Can never be you. You can't even get them to stay. It's not me. I'm not the person getting them to stay.
Okay.
I know there is a part of me that gets them to stay because I'm an HR.
Okay.
And I'm easy to work with. I make the space easy for you to work at.
Okay.
But I hire character, not skill.
Okay.
So that's the major shift. So sometimes you get a great cook, but their character is off. Fire them immediately.
Okay.
But if you get someone with great character, but they lack skill, invest in those people, because those people, they end up being loyal because they remember where they are coming from with almost nothing. Not all of them though, but majority of them, they kind of feel like if it hadn't been for you, they wouldn't have been in this space. And character, it goes beyond even being good at the job. Being a great team player. Some people instigate all sort of things. So they can be good, but you realize that they have this thing that doesn't sit well with the company. And listen to your institution. Like, trust me, our guts always sells us, but sometimes we don't heed. There are certain interviews, you sit the person down, and you know something doesn't actually click for you, but you're in a space of desperation. You just need the head count. You just need someone to fill up a role. That's when those people actually leave. So watch. A lot of the people who have left, there is something that told you from that very minute you encountered them that they might leave. But for us to listen, or where we were in that space, we were desperate, we needed people. So hire character instead of skill. I think that is what will get them to stay. And they will stay if they want to stay. So we pray that while we are building something meaningful, God should bring people that are aligned to our vision to help us build.
This is $1 million conversation. I mean,
I tell you,
you'd pay a lot to hear this. Yasubri is taking notes, says punctuality, people policing, staff retention. Finally, Hilda, your final question for Chichi. I'm sure you two will catch up and continue this.
Hi. So how do you pass on what matters to you most, not just the food or the recipe, like your values to the team? How do you do it?
I live it. I mean, you can't preach what you don't practice, right? And leadership is by example, so it's not how much you say it or how much you paint it around there. this is it. It's coming at 6, this, that. You come, I'm there. When we have an event and I give a time, I am there. I get there before them. So you know that I mean it. And once they see you, everything shifts. You are like, you carry some aura that the workers need to tap into.
Okay.
So if they are not doing certain things, ask yourself, are you doing it yourself? You tell them, oh, this job you're doing, your nails have to be short. And here you are with nails. So we have to practice what we preach. Unless, of course, you're not a chef or you don't cook actively. Then, of course, I can spare you certain things. But if you know that you are a part of the core business, which is the cooking, and want them to practice certain things, you have to be an example of it.
Okay.
Jenny, a few messages, and I think we
Yes.
can go. This one is coming from a Fierce Closet, one of our listeners. She's into the kente business. And, she's asking, good morning. Is there an HR firm you would recommend for recruitment to help get the right staff?
I'm still searching, I'm still searching, I don't have all the answers, and I'm still searching. And I feel anyone listening who is great at HR, you have a whole market that has been untapped. I think our business, we've been sidelined in certain ways. So there is recruitment agencies for bankers, for skilled people, for anything you can think of, but there isn't a recruitment agency solely taking care of. I've even seen one for household nannies and stuff, even on billboards, but I haven't seen anything for hospitality. If there is, then I beg to differ. Please share with us. I'm still struggling. But what I tap into, which is a Gen Z guy doing, which I'm like, oh wow. So he has this WhatsApp. It's just WhatsApp, nothing fancy. You send him your vacant role, and he posts it, and he has a data of people looking to work. But the downside of it is that a lot of them are people who just want to save up some money to go back to school. So if you're looking for a 1 year, 6 months, this is great. You can actually use that person as well. And I don't know the name he goes by because it's so easy. But if you want a skilled staff for your food business, Lene is also doing amazing. Lene services are doing amazing. I work with them, and they've sourced people for us. And also Strategic and Agile also help skilled staff with hospitality. So meaning not you're going to look for a sous chef, like a head chef. It has to be the skilled staff of your business. Then these two agencies, I think, are the go-to brands, Lene and Strategic and Agile.
Hilda, it's been, I think, a little over 30 minutes with Chichi. What would you say has been like a highlight for you? Has this been helpful to you? If you can share with us.
One thing I'm taking here today is be let me
So while you put your thoughts together, Clement is here. Clement says most guys don't want to pay for the HR service. I think that would be another conversation for another day. So we're just wrapping up our interesting one with Chichi and Hilda. We just want to find out from Hilda how this experience has been for her. It's been a pretty short time on the morning show to impact so much.
All right, so be the person they look up to. Okay, you don't need to put on a whole lot of core values. Be the value, like be the
And the
person
signboard.
that they can. Okay, so my boss is doing it, then I have to do it.
Okay.
Punctuality, people police.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ajima, it's been a good morning. I think the first time I got to be on the call with Chichi, thanks to Emmanuel. And let me say thank you to Emmanuel.
Yes.
Emmanuel is one of our market and sales guys here at Sunny. He's the first person who got into contact with Chichi. So first time I got into a call with her, the first thought that came to me was, this lady is so real, man. She says it as she says, Jeff, I don't hide anything. This is what, I'm like, this woman is real. And as we're speaking, seeing her for the first time today, I'm getting the same vibe. And I like people like that. It helps to, it helps to, get everybody on the right side and everything. So thank you for coming.
Jenny,
Chichi,
hold on.
Thank you for
Hold on before Esther from Kataman. So, I mean, she said, read my message. So she said, I have always loved this food business. And anyone who eats my food asks me to go into the food business. I'm a makeup artist. I always have other people telling me to do it, but I don't know how to go about it. That's Esther from Kataman. So I think Nyonyo spoke about that.
She did. You can
Esther,
just visit,
so
go back to our conversation. And
you really have to look deep into yourself. Sometimes you cook well, but you're not supposed to do it for business.
Commercially.
You understand, commercially. But if you really feel like this is where God is taking you, hey, start, okay? You can start
you
doing
can be
something for, you can start doing something for your friends, start cooking, sending it to their offices and all. I mean, Watch on Wheels those times said, I mean, hey,
Remember.
I mean, we used to buy so much watching from a joint. I say, hey, how about, 30 pieces of watch every day. Now, how about I cook this for them? And that's how her business started. And then, hey, today, big business. So, Esther, just start, okay?
So thanks to our sponsors for bringing us today's edition of the Flourish Series. And as we've been saying, keep your dial on Sunny 88.7 FM morning, afternoon, evening. We're bringing lots of great conversations. Flourish Series is here to celebrate, inspire, and empower women. And I think we're getting there. We're doing that as we continue every single day right here on Sunny 88.7 FM. So thank you, Chichi. Thank you, Hilda. Ajamai smiling. I don't know what he's seen.
No, Jenny, check what the Subri shared.
What's he saying? Okay.
It's funny. It's about staff retention, but
He
it's
says
funny.
on the staff retention is real. We lost a team member to Galamsey. Hey, Galamsey, pa! I did not see this coming. Let me finish the message. She just woke up and said she was going to cook for her brothers at Galamsey site. And the notice was short. We are still not recovered because it was a new branch and we needed all the hands we need to go. Hey, food to Galamsey. I think that's where we wrap up this morning's conversation.
Big thanks to all of you. 20 minutes after 9 right here on the iMDRIVE.